Good morning, all. I am Rushali Chaudhary, lecturer, Praveen Patil Polytechnic. We are going to learn basic science chemistry, subject code 22102 for semester 1. It is applicable to the all branches. We are going to start the third chapter that is called as a paints, varnish, insulator, polymers. The course outcome of this chapter is use relevant engineering materials in industry. It is not only limited to the industry, but it is also applicable for our household uses. Paint. What is the paint? Did you observe our wall looks beautiful by using a paints? Their appearance is changes. Paints are made up from the chemical industry, but what is the science behind it? What is the purpose of making paint? How it is manufactured? What is the property of a paint? That we are going to learn in engineering. Varnish. Varnish is one type of transparent paint only that is used for the furnishing as well as the automobiles, machinery coating. Insulator. A substance which is not allowing current to pass through it. It's called as insulators. We are using insulator everywhere. Electronics, electrical, computer industry is not possible without an insulator. Whatever the hardware we are using it, insulator is required along with the conductors. What is the polymer? Where it is using? Plastic is a one type of polymer used in almost all field in our day-to-day life. The course outcome of this chapter is use relevant engineering materials in industry. Today we are going to study the paint. What is the paint? Did you observe these are the different colors paint solution is present. We are using for the automobiles, industry, household purposes. How this paint is manufactured, what is the characteristics of the paint, what is the purpose of the paint, that we are going to learn today. What is a paint? Paint is the mechanical dispersion of pigment in a vehicle. What is meaning of the dispersion? The solid pigments are dispersed, spread in a liquid medium, that is called as mechanical dispersion. Pigments are very small fine particles. They are not get dissolved in a medium. They are just spread in that medium, vehicle or the liquid. Paints are used to protect metal, timber, plastered surface from the corrosion effect of weather, heat, moisture, gases, and to improve their appearance. We are applying paint on the metal surface. So metal will not contact with the atmosphere. It will not get contact with the moisture. As it is not going to contact with the moisture, they are not undergoing any chemical reaction which leads to the corrosion. So due to the paint, metal is protected from corrosion. Timber, the wooden surface, is coated with a paint, so it is not affected by the moisture external conditions. Walls are coated with a paint. Due to that, it will look better, appearance is improved and protect from heat, moistures and gases. The main functions of a paint. The main function is to protect wood from the decaying. If wood get contact with the moisture or water, the degradation of wood and the metal will start. So when we are applying a paint on the wooden surface, wood will not contact with the moisture and it is remain as it is. Similarly for the metals also. If we keep metal as it is exposed to the air, metal react with the oxygen in the air, form metal oxide, that is called as corrosion. So when we are applying paint on a metal surface, we are cutting down the contact between metal and oxygen, As there is no contact between metal and oxygen, reaction will not take place and corrosion of metal will not happen. It keeps the surface safe and clean. As there is no corrosion product, no metal oxide form, the surfaces remain clean and safe. Due to the paint, surfaces looks decorative and attractive in appearance on the surface. Just imagine your bike, your car. If there is no paint is applied, your home without color, walls are without color, how it will look? Did it look attractive? No. So appearance of a surface is increases due to presence of a paint. Just imagine whatever the clothing we are using the different color clothing. We are not using only white or the black color clothing. We want different color because it gives the attractive appearance. Similarly, it protects the surface from harmful effect of atmospheric. What are the atmospheric conditions? There is a UV light in the atmosphere. Due to that, the metal as well as the wall get affected. So due to the paint, wall will remain as it is. Characteristics of an ideal paint. When we are choosing a particular paint, we have to check out that paint is having following characteristics. Then we are going to use that paint. It should be a cheap. What will happen if paint is very costly? The instrument, the cost of construction is going to increases. It should be easily available and harmless to the user. What is meaning of that? It can be easily applicable to the any surface, and when we are applying on the surface, it should not cause any harm to the user. Due to the paint, we should not get suffer. It should be a safe. It should retain its original color for a longer time. Is that okay if we give a pink color or if we give a blue color, but after certain time we will observe that color get faded? No, we will not accept that. It should remain their original color. It should able to cover the maximum area of a surface with a minimum quantity. What is meaning of that? It should be spread properly on a surface. It should not form very thick layer or very thin layer on the surface. If it is forming very thick layer, then it will not cover maximum area. It is not going to spread properly. The painted surface should dry neither too slowly nor too rapidly. What is meaning of that? Just if we apply a paint and instantly if it is get dried, we cannot use that paint. It is difficult to maintain that paint surface and it should not dry very slowly. If it is drying very slowly, the appearance will changes. It should form a thin uniform film on the surface. It should form a hard and durable coat. What is meaning of the durable? It should be a long lasting. That is called as durable. Hard. It should not get easily removed. That is called as a hard. It should not peel off from the painted surface. Do you observe the oil paint when we are applying a metal surface? If it is not good quality, then we will observe that peeling particles or the layer coming out automatically from the surface. So it will not stop corrosion of a metal. So it should not be peel off. It should be a fire and moisture resistance. It is not absorb the moisture as well as it should not catch a fire. It should not form any cracks on the surface. It should give a attractive and decorative appearance. Just check out your mobile that is available in a different color. How it is possible? There is a coating on the surface. Your car, bike, that is a different color coating is there. If that coating is not a fire resistance or moisture resistance, then what will happen? It will easily catch a fire. So when we are applying the paint for the industrial, for the electronics purpose, it should be a fireproof as well as moisture resistance. How the paint is manufactured? What is the basic constituent of the paint? First is a base, an inert extender or a filter, a vehicle that is also called as carrier, a dryer, solvent or thinner, and the most important which gives the color that is called as pigment. Paint is a mechanical dispersion of one and more pigment in a vehicle. Vehicle is consist of volatile and non-volatile drying oils. A paint provide both color and hiding power. These are the main constituent of the paint. When we are mixing pigment, binding solids, binder solvent, liquid additive and a solvent, the different colors are colored paint are prepared, manufactured. These are the pigment which gives the different color to the paint that we are going to learn in next chapter. We are going to solve some MCQ based on this today's lecture. A paint must have high covering power, protect from corrosion, reflecting properties and all of the above. A good paint should have high covering power. If it is not cover all surface, it will not protect metal or the components. It should protect metal as well as the walls from corrosion. It should reflect UV rays coming from the sun. So answer is all of the above. All three property must be satisfied. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, kindly mail on my email address. Thank you so much.